Toy Spot, we are having a look at the DC Collectibles, the new Batman Adventures number 18, Nightwing. Comes with 17 pieces, I guess including the display stand, the figure itself, and the interchangeable hands, and comes to us from the folks over at DC Collectibles. The back of the package features, well, no read-up, no other characters in this line, but there is a pamphlet technically inside that tells us all the other characters, all the other figures that DC Collectibles are producing. www.dccomics.com to check out some of the new comics coming out. www.comicshoplocator to tell you where you can go buy them from. And that being said, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up. And when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the new Batman Adventures number 18, Nightwing. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Once again, slightly derailed by the fact I can't get the figure to stand. I've just got him laying down for the time being. We'll look at him in a second. Nightwing also comes with a pamphlet with the new Batman Adventures, as well as Batman the Animated Series on two respected halves. We've got on the back the original Batman Animated Series design of Batman, the Riddler, the Penguin, Batgirl, Roxy, Rocket Deluxe, Nightwing, Bane, Scarecrow, and the Mad Hatter, as well as the very impressive Batmobile, which Spot will be having a look at in the coming videos. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to put that to the side. Nightwing also comes with a display stand featuring the front, side, and 3/4 turn of the character. This is probably nothing new to anybody that's been collecting these or watching these videos. Thank you for watching the videos. It does also come with a waist clip, which fits onto the top. This allows the waist clip to adjust both up and down. It also adjusts forward and back. And finally, it has the adjustment in the waist. So getting the figure to stand won't be an issue now because we've got the display stand available. That right there. Okay, let's have a look at Nightwing, which, again, I could not get him to stand. Main culprit is the feet. The feet seem to have slightly a bit of a pivot, not much though, and it's kind of like Two-Face. I just couldn't get the feet to stand well enough to get the figure to stand. Couldn't get them posed well enough. So yeah, he doesn't stand very well. However, if you obviously have a harder surface, getting them to stand shouldn't be too much of an issue. Or again, you can rely on the display stand to help you out. Figure's good. I think for the most part, I like the figure. One thing maybe I'm not super crazy about, if I could be completely honest, is the Nightwing crest that's on his chest. I don't recall, even in the series or even in the original figures, that this was as much of a separate piece as it is. It almost looks more like armor that he's wearing and less something that's printed onto his suit. Especially like when you look at the side here. I don't know, it just seems like it's too raised for me. Like it jets out too far from his main suit. I don't know, maybe I'm just the only one that sees that. It just seems like it's a little off to me. The rest of his body, though, there's not much paint to be said, as really the majority of his body is black. The face is good. Once again, a kind of a borderline, how he looked in the cartoon. Also how he appeared in the, I think it was Night Quest? Can't recall. Crime. It was Crime something, I think, where Nightwing first debuted as an action figure for Kenner. It was Batman that had it. I think Tim Drake had it, and Nightwing here also had it. And Nightwing was also released, I think, in a silver, all silver color that came with the Batgirl, and that was like a 5-pack. So he has seen release. It's not one of the cases like Bane where he just never got released until later on. So comparing him to that Kenner figure, which I don't have anymore, sadly, yeah, it's about roughly the same, just of course a lot more posable than the original figure would have been. Accessories for Nightwing include kind of a 3-tipped shuriken, which has that Nightwing kind of look to it. And he also comes with a pair of binoculars. Probably not something you may display him with, but it's cool that they would have given you at least some extra accessories Always in favor of extra accessories. And of course, no DC Collectibles animated figure would be complete without a ton of different hands. Nightwing comes with a total of 5 extra hands, counting the ones that he has on his arms currently. And let's go ahead and take the arms off. Take the hands off, I should say. We're not going to take the arms off. Take the hands off. And let's just replace it with a couple of fists that just give him a little more dynamicness other than just a closed fist. And while we're at it, let's put the... Okay, it's kind of like a batarang. It's kind of like a shuriken for the Nightwing. And then while we're at it, we can also give him his binoculars. Truthfully, I may not display him with these set items. Especially like the binoculars. The binoculars are okay. I probably didn't get the right hand for his binoculars. The binoculars are okay. I may not display him with that though. I'll likely just display him with the little shuriken that you see right here. Oh. And also, let's reach off camera here. Spot's been having a look at some of the animated series figures today. So let's have a look at, well, there's Batgirl with Nightwing. We've already had a look at the Tim Drake Robin. They kind of represent the terrific trio that joins Batman in the new Batman Adventures. They're scaled good as well. A good height difference between Nightwing and Batgirl, which is accurate. That's how it appears in the cartoon as well. They're not the same height after all. So it's a good dynamic between the two. Just, I don't know, not crazy about how much this is raised versus the rest of his suit. In the way of his articulation and posability, Nightwing's head is on a ball joint, complete with full mullet going on in the back there. Shoulders hinge out. They rotate all the way around. He has a hinge in the elbow, which also rotates the forearm. Rotates and hinges at the hand. He has a waist swivel, which is good, as well as a hinge forward and back on the leg, and out on the leg as well. Hinge in the knee, which I felt like I wanted to rotate, but I'm not going to force it. And also a hinge in the foot itself. Another great outing from DC Collectibles. I guess you could say by contrast, Nightwing's not as dynamic as some of the others because he's basically mostly all black. Like the Batgirl at least pops with a couple of extra additions to color. If you really don't factor in the blue, he's basically wearing just an all black suit. Figure still translates well. I don't know if I really like the raised, how much this is raised from the rest of his body. But other than that, a good figure. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the new Batman Adventures from DC Collectibles. We're looking today at Nightwing. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you next time.